Okay, here we go. Let's get the hard one out of the way. You can use 2 benches or you can use 1 bench and the wall. But all you're going to do is come back into that. We're going to start with this Bulgarian split squat. And I'll try to make this one really easy for you because my legs are sore too. Okay, so you're going to come down and up just like that, down and up. Now, if you don't need the bench, that's fine. But notice how I'm going backwards into the squat or the lunge. I'm going backwards. I'm not going straight down this time. Really getting a nice stretch actually for both legs. Okay, very cool. And go ahead and switch legs. Bam, very nice. Now we got 2 water bottles or 2 weights. We're going to do a standard squat. We're going to do a front squat. Both of your knees should be facing forward. Feet and knees hips width apart. And go ahead and bring your hips back. Okay, make sure that your feet are flat on the ground. Make sure you're not rocking forward. Okay, make sure your heels are down. If you're doing that and you are rocking forward, then go ahead and place 1 foot on top of the bench. And don't let your, see, I'm leaning forward. You don't want to let your heel up. You want to get down kind of low and you want to stretch that Achilles tendon and stretch those fibers and your calf. Okay, stretch that muscle. And if your heel leaves the ground, put it back down and only go as deep into the stretch as you can without raising that heel. Okay, and then go ahead and switch legs, switch heels. Okay, and if you're in the middle of the stretch, again, 7 seconds. But if it's after your workout, then 3 sets of 20 seconds. But we're going to do a few more dynamic stretches to warm up your ankles. We're going to do these rocks. Just go for like 10 to 20 rocks. And then we're going to do some ankle circles. Ankle circles. We're going to do 20 in one direction and then 20 in another direction. And notice I'm using those water bottles. You can just hold on to anything, a wall, a pole, a bar. That way you can do these ankle circles safely without having to worry about your balance too much. Rotate those ankles in both directions, right and left. Let's go for 2 sets of 20 reps. Okay, then we're back to it again with these front squats. Bam, here we go. Back as straight as possible and then come back up. Bam, back as straight as possible, then come back up. The soles of your feet are flat on the ground. You're coming down and up nice and smooth. Now bring the water bottles down and we're going to go for a calf raise. I'm still squatting, I'm still low. Notice my head and upper body isn't really moving that much as far as height change or height difference, level changes. There's no level change in my upper body, all in my lower body as you're doing those calf raises. So very cool in there. Try it, you'll like that one. Calf raise while squatting. Okay, I got this. I don't know what this thing is. It's some kind of device to grab things. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna use that to do some back squats, at least to pull your shoulders back, just like that. Okay. Make sure it's on your back, not your neck. And then make sure your feet are both facing forward, feet and knees hips width apart, and you're gonna come down and up just like that. So when you're doing it again, make sure you're not coming in, and make sure you're not coming out too far, but keep your knees in track and in a line with your feet. Okay, you don't have to go down too low. Okay, we're gonna start nice and easy. There you go, nice and easy. You don't have to go super low at the very beginning. Get used to the movement. Obviously, if you can go lower, go lower. If you got a full, rack set up at your house, go ahead and tie it. But just make sure that your back is straight and your legs are properly tracking, and that your heels are staying off the ground. Because you're supposed to actually push through the heels. You can't push through the heels if your heels aren't on the ground to push. Okay, so keep your heels on the ground on that one. Super important. Standard balance ball. We're gonna squeeze that. We're gonna squeeze that. We're gonna squeeze that balance ball, working the inner thigh. Just like that. Squeeze that, working that inner thigh. Here's a side angle. You're bent over slightly and you're going to bring your knees together and squeeze that ball, working those inner thighs. Very cool one. You've got these exercises like leg extension, the seated leg extension, which has the propensity to shorten the quad, right? It has a propensity to shorten the quad. So, and we've got this exercise, which has the propensity to lengthen the quad. But notice, I'm not hinging my hips. I'm not bending or folding at the hips as if I were to sit down. As I get low and engage the quads, I'm leaning back so that there's a straight line from my shoulders to my knees. That is another point. If I were to bend at the hips, if I were to hinge my hips, it would be a whole different story, right? So that's why you see me doing that. I'm kind of leaning back so that my hip flexors don't engage and so that I'm not hinging, so that I can actually stretch out that and lengthen those quad muscles. So you could actually say that this is the almost the opposite of a leg extension, right? So, just in the same sense as a good morning will lengthen the hamstring, and a leg curl, has the propensity to shorten the hamstring, which is why in a lot of our videos we'll do um, leg or muscle extension exercises first. So, we'll do good mornings first before doing a leg curl. That way, you have nice long muscles that just look very nice, full range of motion and all that stuff. All right, here we go. Straight leg kickback standard, you're on the bench and just bring that leg straight up. We're gonna go for, I believe we're going for 10 times. After that, right away, go into 10 clamshells. Lift that knee up as easy as possible. Yeah, you should be pretty sore by now. And then the other leg, bring it up, even if it's just a little bit. Oh man, oh, my glutes are already sore. Oh my gosh. And then feet together. And then the other side. Very nice. Okay, 10, 10 and 10. 10 and 10 it is. Okay, now we're gonna do a mini stretch here. Okay, grab something soft. You can do this on the ground too. It's much safer on the ground, actually. I recommend doing it on the ground. But I'm gonna stretch my knees and I'm just gonna rock back and forth. I'm gonna rock back and forth. Just like that. Stretching the groin, stretching my inner thighs. Just like that. Nothing too fancy on this one. Just to open up those hip flexors, open up the hips, and get a mini stretch. Then we're gonna go into this quad stretch here. One leg down on the ground, one knee on top of the bench. And then that same side hand is holding that leg. And just go a little bit low. You're not looking for pain. If there's mild discomfort is good, but actual pain, that is not good. Okay? So just get down as low as possible. Don't force anything. No jumping or jerking movements, no fast movements. If balance is an issue, go ahead and find something that you can hold on to. Okay, don't try to do what I'm doing, and then you end up losing balance, and you're all discombobulated. Okay, use something that you can hold on to for safety when you start with this one. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you real soon.